In this video blog, I'd like to discuss the effects of bankruptcy on your credit score and also on the future ability to borrow money. Now, I understand most people don't want anything to do with credit after a bankruptcy is filed, and we can understand that, but often people understand they will need to obtain a car loan in the future, so the credit score does matter. In most cases, an individual's credit score will increase between 50 and 150 points within the first year after filing bankruptcy. In fact, it's not uncommon for our clients to receive solicitations for secured credit cards and car loans while they are still in the bankruptcy process. Now, there are a number of reasons that credit scores increase after a bankruptcy is over. The first is our system runs on credit. And after a bankruptcy is completed, an individual typically has little or no debt and they just have their income. So from that perspective, the individual post-filing is an excellent credit risk. The second reason an individual is typically extended credit after filing a bankruptcy is you can't file again for 8 years. So car loans, credit cards know that they are going to get repaid since the individual can't go to the bankruptcy court in order to try and wipe out the debt. Car loans, secured credit cards right after bankruptcy is not uncommon. Now let's talk about the ability to buy a home. I just recently had a client call me whose bankruptcy we handled 2 years ago, and she just purchased a condo. The general rules are that on an FHA loan, so long as you have a certain credit score, and so long as the bankruptcy is at least 2 years behind you, you can qualify for an FHA loan. For the typical Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae loans, the time period is roughly 4 years. And then as to private banks, as to private loans, that kind of thing, it can be any time. It's typically a function of income and down payment at that point. So to summarize, filing bankruptcy is typically the best way to improve your credit score. It is typically the quickest way to improve your credit score and put you into a position where a year or two down the road you can qualify for a much more advantageous car loan. For example, if you come into the bankruptcy and your credit score is 580, but after a year and a half or 2 years, your credit score is up near 700. In that type of a situation, it's not unthinkable that the bank would extend to you a signature loan, that kind of thing. Now, if you look at it the other way, if you don't file the bankruptcy, then your credit score is going to still hover around where it was or even go down further, which makes getting a newer or safer vehicle all but impossible. And then also, buying a home after bankruptcy is not out of the question. There are certain timelines that have to expire, but again, the bankruptcy will put you in a much better position to obtain new credit for needed things than if you don't file the bankruptcy.